Imagine rummaging through your loose change and discovering a simple quarter that's worth over $1 million. Sounds like a dream, right? But in the world of U.S. coin collecting, it's not just possible. It's happened with some of the rarest finds out there. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most iconic pieces in American numismatics, the 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial Quarter dollar. This coin isn't just a piece of history. For collectors, it could be a ticket to serious wealth. Stick around as we break down its massive potential value first, then uncover the fascinating story behind it. If you're into coin hunting or just curious about hidden treasures, hit that like button and subscribe for more on turning pocket change into fortunes. Let's start with the worth, because that's what gets everyone's heart racing. Most 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarters you might find in circulation are worth exactly what they say on the front, 25 cents. They're made of a copper-nickel clad composition, and with over 1.6 billion minted between 1975 and 1976, they're as common as they come. But here's where it gets exciting. Not all of them are ordinary. The rare versions can skyrocket in value, fetching anywhere from a few dollars to tens of thousands, and in extreme cases, up to a staggering $1 million. What makes one of these quarters worth that much? It boils down to a few key factors. First off, condition is king in coin collecting. A bicentennial quarter in pristine, uncirculated mint state, graded MS 68 or higher by services like PCGS or NGC, can easily sell for $4,000 to $5,000 or more .4598A. These are the ones that look like they just rolled off the press, with no scratches, no wear, and that original luster shining bright. If it's a proof coin, especially from the San Francisco Mint with an S mark, you're looking at even higher premiums because proofs were made for collectors with extra care, featuring mirrored fields and frosted designs. But the real moneymakers are the ones with silver content. While most bicentennial quarters are clad, a special 40% silver version was struck for collector sets. These silver quarters weigh a bit more, about 5.75 grams compared to 5.67 grams for the regular ones, and they were mostly sold in sets, but some might have slipped into circulation. A high-grade 1976 S silver bicentennial quarter can go for $10 to $20 or so in average condition, but if it's a flawless proof or has that rare combination of factors, values climb fast. One standout example is a 1976 S silver proof that's been auctioned for nearly $20,000. Now let's talk errors, because minting mistakes are where the huge worth really explodes. Error coins are like lottery tickets in the collecting world. For the bicentennial quarter, look out for double strikes, where the design is stamped twice and overlaps slightly, creating a ghostly effect. These can fetch $500 to $1,000, depending on how pronounced the error is. Off-center strikes, where the image is shifted off the coin center, are another big one. Values start at $100 and go up to $5,000 for dramatic offsets. Then there are broad strikes, wrong planchets, like struck on a dime blank, or even missing clad layers exposing the copper core. Some of these rarities have sold for $10,000 or more at auctions. And here's the million-dollar hook. The absolute rarest bicentennial quarters combine multiple traits, like a silver composition, an error, and perfect condition. With that elusive as mint mark .76, 21 FF reports from collectors and auction houses highlight specimens that have hit the $1 million mark due to their uniqueness and historical appeal. These aren't your everyday finds, but they're still out there, maybe in grandma's chain jar or a forgotten coin roll from the bank. In fact, one such quarter, with a rare double diop verse and silver content, was discovered in circulation and valued at over $800,000 by experts, with potential to reach seven figures at the right auction. If you think you got one, don't clean it. Get it graded professionally to preserve that value. Of course, mint marks matter too. Quarters from Philadelphia, no mark, in Denver, D, are the most common, worth 25 cents to a buck in circulated condition. But those San Francisco S ones, especially the silver proofs, are where the premiums kick in, up to $10,000 for top grades. And if you're hunting for value, always check recent auction results on sites like Heritage Auctions or eBay for comps. In 2024 alone, several bicentennial era quarters sold for over $15,000 each. .so, In the grand scheme of U.S. coin collecting, this quarter teaches us that huge worth often hides in the details, turning a 25-cent piece into a life-changing asset. Now that we've covered the worth and why this coin can make you rich, let's shift gears to its rich history. The 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial Quarter dollar was born out of America's 200th birthday bash, the bicentennial celebration of the Declaration of Independence in 1976. Congress authorized special designs of the quarter, half dollar, and dollar to mark the occasion, making this the first time since 1954 that the quarter's reverse changed from the traditional eagle. The design contest was a big deal. Thousands of entries poured in, but Jack L., a Chicago-based artist, won for the quarter with his depiction of a colonial drummer boy, a flaming torch, and the motto 1776 to 1976, to symbolize the spirit of the Revolution. On the obverse, it's still George Washington, but with the dual date 1776 to 1976 instead of the usual year. The idea was to create something patriotic that every American could hold in their hand, a tangible piece of the nation's heritage. Production kicked off in 1975 to ensure plenty were ready for the big year. The U.S. Mint cranked out over $860 million in Philadelphia, about $809 million in Denver, and around 7 million silver-clad versions in San Francisco for special sets. These silver ones were part of 3 coin sets sold to collectors, containing 40% silver to give them that premium feel. The whole project was about unity and remembrance, tying back to the Founding Fathers and the fight for freedom. People collected them in rolls, albums, and even sewed them into bicentennial quilts. It was a cultural phenomenon. Interestingly, this coin also marked a shift in minting tech. The mint used new clad compositions to save on costs after the silver era ended in the 1960s. But for the bicentennial, they brought back silver for collectors, blending old and new traditions. Today, it's a gateway drug for new collectors, affordable to start with, but with that thrill of hunting for rarities. If you're just getting into U.S. coin collecting, the Bicentennial Quarter is perfect because it teaches grading mint marks and error spotting while connecting you to American history. To wrap this up, whether you're eyeing that million-dollar rarity or just appreciating the story, the 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial Quarter dollar proves why coin collecting is so addictive. It's not just metal, it's money with a mission. If you got one stashed away, pull out and check those details. You might be sitting on a gold mine. Thanks for watching. Drop in the comments if you found a valuable bicentennial or have questions. See you in the next video where we hunt for more hidden treasures.